I can't believe I forgot that. Anyway, so if you commented on the first episode of my podcast, you are entered. I don't know why I'm saying that. I probably already announced it. Anyway. Hello, and welcome back to the 5th episode of the Krafty Kristina podcast. My name is Kristina. I'm crafty, and I'm back from a 2-week hiatus. It feels a little bit weird. I've got my coffee here. I feel like I have so much and also have no idea what I'm talking about today. I have so much to talk about, and I mean, it's been like 2 weeks, and I feel like I have done a lot of knitting and a lot of stress crying. It's been a lot. I'm tired, you guys. I am tired. The last 2 weeks have been... Oh, can we talk about how I'm happy to report I have a chair? Last time you saw me, I was on the floor, you guys, and I've upgraded. I've got a luxurious estate sale find. $20 for this chair. I've got a yellow. I'm in my craft room office room right now that still is not put together. And my partner found a matching one that's green. So I'm not sure that this will live in here forever. I think we're going to move it into a sitting room where we can have our coffee and look out the window and be in love in the mornings. But for now, it's in here, and it is so comfy, and I love to sit in it and work and knit and be happy. So the last 2 weeks have been sponsored, but not actually sponsored, by caffeine. It has been a lot, and I feel like... Did I say it's Saturday? I don't think I said it's Saturday. It's Saturday. I usually post on Saturday mornings. That might be changing. I don't really know. Sorry if you like me on Saturday mornings. It might be a different day. I'm really just trying to settle into the new groove that I'm in. I'm working now. I'm starting to get set in a routine. We're finally in our own place, and it's slowly coming together. And I think that, you know, I've been pretty displaced since May with job transitions, cross-country moves. I mean, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot, and I think Zach's brother got married last Saturday, and we were finally moved in, and then it was a family affair trying to get the wedding set up. It was a lot. And we were already tired, and we promised we'd chip in, and so we did all of that. We had a really lovely time. I posted a little cutie patootie photo on my stories that day, and you know, it was a really beautiful day. But we are tired. So I think now that we have gotten past the adrenaline rush of needing to get through the wedding, this week we have just been pooped. I typically record on a Friday and edit and upload on Saturday. And yesterday, I spent most of the day crying in between meetings because I'm just that exhausted. Not trying to get, we come as we are here on the Krafty Kristina podcast. You come as you are. I'm going to come as I am. And I don't want there to be any shame in watching for any reason. Come as you are. I don't care who you are, what you believe, what you look like, where you live. We don't have that here. This is a safe space for you to come and enjoy your coffee or your mud water or whatever it is that you're drinking. I've got mine here. And let's just be. Let's be, and let's knit, and let's giggle. I can't remember why I just got into that, but that's something I've been thinking about. I really want this space to be somewhere that you can come and be as you are. So come as you are. I am as I am. And I'm very candid in telling you that I'm exhausted. That's where I was going. I'm exhausted. And yesterday, I just couldn't. I've been giving 100% to everybody else and everything else and trying to still show up for myself. And I really broke down. So I'm recording today because I had a really great night's sleep. And Zach and I watched some movies last night and just hung out and had some snacks, and I did some knitting, and it was the first time. We sat down last night after he got home from work and looked at each other like, I feel like I've barely seen you in like a month. And does that happen to anybody else? It's just life, you guys. It's just life. So we sat down and had a really, really lovely time last night. So I'm feeling really refreshed. I woke up this morning. We've got quite a few errands to run now that we have some daylight and some time off where we don't need to be anywhere else. But I'm feeling very well rested and excited to jump into some knitting. So that's where I've been. If my podcast date upload changes, I'll be sure to keep you posted. But thank you for showing up as you are and joining me today. I've got my cup. You should get yours. I'm drinking out of a mug with my name on it. My friend Vanessa. I did a yarn swap with her earlier this year. She is Knitty Witch. She's got a podcast. She's got a very fun Instagram. Her feed is great. And she also has an Etsy shop. I think she just reopened it. I will link her down below. She's got a lot of cutie things, and she's also just an amazing person. So she sent me this in my yarn swap package, so I don't know where it is, but I found it in unpacking, and I was so excited. So I filled my mug up today in honor of you, Vanessa. So cheers if you're watching. And let's get into some... Oh, actually, no. I have a ditty for you, okay? My last 2 weeks have been sponsored by coffee, but it's been everything else but this. Do not buy this. Pumpkin season is upon us, you guys, okay? And I very much subscribe to, if you like, I don't understand. People are like, oh, pumpkin, you're basic. How about it's delicious? It is delicious. And if it tastes good, you should like it. And pumpkin just has to be, it just so happens to be way better than all the other flavors. Maybe not. I like a lot of flavors. But pumpkin, I'm a pumpkin hoe, you guys. Anyway, September 1st, the day my birthday comes, is the day that pumpkin season begins in my life. As soon as I can get it, I would drink it all year round if I could. I still have pumpkin things, but I really, fall y'all, send me the pumpkins. So anyway, I'm going to dedicate this episode, I've just decided, to all of my knitting friends. Because I've got a lot of them to talk about today, and I am very grateful. So another one of my knitting friends, so we talked about Vanessa, another one of my knitting friends, I've got two knitting friends named Kristen. And my first Kristen is my knitting BFF. She was the first knitting friend I ever made. I love her to the moon and back. And my other knitting friend, Kristen, I discovered loves pumpkin as much as me. And so I found this at Walmart, this cold brew, and I was like, I have to buy this and try it. You guys, it sucks. It's terrible. Do not get it. I was so excited to have this. I've had this cold brew concentrate from Starbucks before. Loved it. Just the regular flavor. The regular flavor, super great. Saves me a lot of money, okay? I'm one of those people, I go to the store and I'm like, $8 for cold brew concentrate. I can't do that. You guys, I'm gonna go spend $5 on a cold brew every day of the week if I go get coffee every day. Don't be like me. invest in the good coffee at the store, okay? You can do it. I know going to Starbucks is fun, but you don't have to leave your house. You just have to roll out of bed and fix it yourself. So anyway, I tried this. I made a little review video for my pumpkin Kristen friend, and it's the worst. I'm still drinking it, but I will not buy it again. It gets better if you water it down. I will try and insert a clip of my reaction to a few parts of it here for your viewing pleasure, because it is the worst. And when I sent it to her, she said it was the best ever. She will not buy it, and I have to talk about it on my podcast. So here I am. Kristen, this is for you and everybody else who wants to try the pumpkin cold brew concentrate by Starbucks. Starbucks, 2 thumbs down here. It smells like vomit. Don't smell it. If you buy it to try it after I told you not to, it's on you. But don't give it a sniff. Give it a sniff maybe to experience the crap. But anyway, I'll insert some clips here and then I'll come back. But don't buy this. Good morning. I'm very tired. The moving slump I'm in. Coffee does not make me want to get out of bed. But here I am. Just make this pumpkin spice review for you. Guess. How do I open this? My nails. Okay. I didn't get it. Okay. 3's a charm. 4 is a charm. 1-star review for ease of opening. 1 star. Good enough. Okay. Wow. Oh. It does not smell good. Time for the taste test. The smell. Smells better than it did in the jug. Just don't smell it. If you try this, if it's good, don't smell it. Terrible. Okay, so now you've seen my honest reaction to some nasty coffee. I want to get into, I almost have a finished object. I don't even know where to begin. I made a list and I'm like running around. Everything has been so disorganized here for me. I shouldn't say disorganized. You ever like live in a mess and you know exactly where everything is, and then you clean it and you're like, I don't know where my crap is at now? That's the week that I've been having. I might go a little bit out of order here, but you know what? We're coming as we are now. So this is how I am. This bag I wanted to talk about later, but I'm going to talk about it right now. This is a large, perfect, amazing project bag by Jenny of Mountain State Stitches. I have been oohing and awing over this fabric since I saw her post it on her Instagram. And Jenny, I love you. I love this bag with everything in me, and I would like to give you all of my money. If you don't have a project bag by Mountain State Stitches, keep an eyeball out for her shop updates, because I have a small one that I've shown you before that has the knitting kitties on it. I love it. I can fit a lot of stuff in it. The number of projects I have in this bag right now, and I still have room, is a little ridiculous. But I'm going to take, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm going to take some stuff out and try to show you the inside, because let's do a project count first. 1, 2, 3. 3 projects, but I also have 1, 2, 3, 4 other skeins of yarn in there. There's still room. And on top of that, I have, okay, it's cleared out for the most part. So I'm going to show you the inside. Hello? Tell me you don't need this. If you do, sorry. I don't know when she's going to make more or if she will. But So it's a large project bag. It's got a little thingajiggin for your wrist, which I carry with me everywhere. It's drawstrings. My notions are shaking in there. Excuse me. Anyway, it's got 3 really big pockets. Like, you can't see that, but I've got my whole hand in there. And I've got notions, I've got a ruler, I've got some labels in here, I've got some scrap yarn, I've got some more labels, scissors, 2 pairs of needles, another ruler, and I still have so much space. So this is my go-to project bag right now. I love it. It carries everything I want to be knitting on at any time. Lots of opportunities if I'm out and about. And it also has a lot of pockets for organization, and I can carry it. And Jenny, I love you and your bags. I love them. Anyway, so I got this. Remember when I said I was on a yarn diet and I couldn't buy any other yarn? Well, just you wait and see. Because I decided that when I was feeling bad, I was going to impulse buy some stuff from my friends because their things are good, and this was one of my impulse buys. So I was like, can't buy yarn, but I can buy accessories. So anyway, this is the bag. I love it a lot, and I'm using it because Jenny is a sponsor. I mean, aside from how much I love it, I'm also using it because Jenny's a sponsor for the pigskin party, and so I'll get some bonus points for putting all of my projects in the bag anyway. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to start by showing you, oh dear. Okay, I've got one whip I haven't worked on. I'm going to show you, I've got 2 whips to show you that you've seen before, and then I've got 2 new whips that I cast on for the pigskin party. So this is a lady-in-law sock. I've got it down to the toe. The lady-in-law that this is for had ankle surgery on Monday, and so we took over some dinner to her, and I had her try the sock on her good foot, and she said it fit perfectly. So I have a toe left to do on this. It's mate. I still need the heel, but I am trying to focus on my pigskin whips and slowly finish my other whips just because I want to rack in some points. So I have this, and it just needs a toe. Back in my bag it goes. And the other whip that I have that I actually don't think I have touched. I think maybe I haven't worked on this in like a long time. But it is my LiQWYD sweater, and I have worked on the sleeves. I don't think I had much of the sleeves done the last time. So this is what it looks like right now. I've been doing the fade. I've been trying to count, and I tried it on, and it fits really well in the arms. So this is where I'm at, and eventually it'll get done. And I've got this sleeve too. And I think maybe when you saw it last, it was here. I can't really remember, but I decided that I would do them instead of 2 at a time on the same needle. I would do them in tandem because I don't want to split my yarn. I guess I could do that now. Wow, moving, you guys. I lost my scale and could not find it, and I just found it the other day. I was looking for something else, and I was digging through this box, and I was like, oh, my scale. Anyway. So I guess I could split the yarn in half, even though it sounds like a big pain. That's what the pattern calls for, splitting the rest of your skein in half once you finish the body. But I decided I was going to work these in tandem at the same time on a circular needle. So I started by doing, I figured out the math to get it as long as I wanted. So I can't give you the description right now because I don't know where the notebook is that I wrote it down, but I started, and so I did one side, and then once I finish one color, I get to the next side, and then I do the next fade and the next color, and once I finish this, then I'll switch back over. So then eventually at the end, I'll be done. But I think I'm going to have, I think I'm going to have some leftover yarn in a decent amount from these colors, and if I do, I would like to figure out how to make this body longer, because I made it as long as I could for what I thought the pattern said I should do. But if I have enough left over, I really would like to make it longer if possible. So if I do, I'm gonna figure out how to go back in and add without frogging. I don't know if it's possible for me to like stick a lifeline in or like cut it. I don't know. And then like knit a couple rows and then somehow like join the back together. If there's a technique for that, will you leave me a comment? Because I sure don't know what it's called. But that's what I'm thinking. I don't really know that I'll enjoy that, but I would enjoy this being longer. So that's where I'm at with my LiQWYD sweater, and eventually it will get done. Is kind of where I'm at right now. Next, I have 2 whips to show you that are for the pigskin party. The first is my Annalise wrap. I cast it on September 9th, and it's a really easy knit for some, and actually really enjoyable for somebody who doesn't like knitting stockinette flat. And I had someone leave a comment. This is where I'm at right now. So I had to do some math. I'm going to show you this before I talk, but this is what it's looking like right now. So it's going to be on, it's like kind of at a diagonal type of deal. I've got the first 2 colors in. So I'm in a fade or alternating color section. Can you see? Okay. And this is what it's looking like right now, and it is very beautiful. I had someone leave a comment last episode. I'm trying to remember. I think their name was Nancy. Nancy, if this is you, thank you. She left a comment because I was wanting to tell you what the colors of the yarn were, and I couldn't figure out. I wasn't sure if it was like the way they were packaged. It was like stapled over and there were stickers over it, the colorway names. And Nancy commented and said that the brand of yarn is a Canadian brand. It's a Canadian dyer. And because it's the Painter's Palette colorway, they don't have names, they're just numbers. So I found them. And let me see if I can find them. Maybe I'll just put them in the description because this is a little, I don't want to take up too much time trying to figure it out. Anyway, they're on here somewhere, but I've got 6. Something that I discovered, and so now my other knitting friend, Kristen, my first knitting friend ever, she helped me do some math this week because it took me like 3 days to figure it out. So the pattern, I bought the kit for this. The pattern I purchased, it said that there were 2 sizes included. And I thought for some reason it said on Ravelry in the description, like before you purchase the pattern, I thought for some reason that it said there were 2 sizes. There was one you could make with 6 skeins and one you could make with 8. Excuse me. And they're 50-gram balls, I should add. So 6 50-gram balls or 8 50-gram balls. And so I purchased the pattern and it said there were 2 sizes, but it was a large and an extra large, but it still called for 8 colors. And I only have 6. And I didn't have my scale. And so I was trying to figure out, and it's a paid for pattern, so I'm not going to give you all of the details, but basically I was trying to figure out how to make the shawl work for me, who has 6 colors when it's written for 8 colors. And so it was really confusing because it's written in the way that there are 2 different sizes for 8 different colors, and in that there's a section for color A, and then there's a section for color A and B, and then the next section is color B, and then so on and so forth. And so I was trying to figure out, and the numbers are different, the number of rows that you knit for the sections. And so I was trying to figure out how the heck do I make this work for 6, and it was on an even number, and the grams weren't listed. So anyway, Kristen, Knitting BFF, I love you. Thank you for helping me figure that out. And so that I figured out how to make it the way that I wanted, and it's going along smoothly, and I can't wait to show the other colors. So I'm going to show you the colors that I have now that I wound them up. The other thing that I found this week was my ball winder. That was a really fun thing to find because I've been wanting to cast things on and wanting to wind up yarn, but I only had like the Swift. I didn't have the, you know what I mean. So I found that, and I practically cartwheeled down the hall. And it was so funny when I found it. Zach was on the other side of the house. I was like, I found it! And he like came running. He thought I got hurt. And I was like, no, I've been looking for this. And we had a good laugh because he's been trying to help me find it. He's like, I know we have it here. I know we packed it. There's no way you left it. Like, he's so funny. And he always makes sure I like have my stuff. Last night we were sitting on the couch and I was trying to show him my shawl, and he's like, watch what you're doing. I don't want it to fall off your needles. So anyway, here's the first colorway. I'll show it to you caked up, which is the lighter section. And now I'm fading into this color here. And then next is this really pretty orange, which is my fave right now. And then I think after the orange is this one, which reminds me of like Halloween. It's so fall. Like, I can't wait to have this finished and wear it. It's been getting like a little bit chilly here, and it's having me oh so excited to knit all of the things. So I never really had a need for it in the desert. And then this is the final color. So it's written to be flat, and I think that I'm going to knit the whole thing and see what it looks like. And then I'm going to say I'm like 80% sure that I'm going to add one extra alternating section with that first light color and then the green, which is the last color. I think I'm going to add a section alternating in there and then join it in the round so that it's a big circle scarf that I can throw on with me wherever I go. So that is my first pigskin cast on, and if all goes well, I like to make plans for myself and then not stick to them. So if all goes well, this will be finished before October 8th, I think is the date, because I want to not have anything really lingering on my needles, if possible, for, sorry, I'm scratching off my list. I'm not sorry. I have a list to be prepared for you. I don't want to have anything lingering on my needles for the Westknits Shawlography. I really would like to have that on the needles, and then maybe, I don't know, a sock. Maybe work on some dishcloths. Something really like simple and portable, depending on, I mean, I'd like to imagine that this knit is not going to be relaxing. It's not that it's not going to be relaxing. It's just going to be a lot of thinking. So I want something really mindless, stocking it in the round. Okay, and I cast this on this week because I was having, so Thursday was when I started getting really sad and depressed. And do you ever in life just, you have like a lot going on, and you're really tired, and you're just like exhausted from being like a grown-up or whatever you are. You're just tired. You're just tired. People can be tired. And then something so small happens that just sets you over the edge and like throws you into the like depression or sadness or whatever. You just, like, throws you into a funk. That happened to me this week. And it wasn't, I mean, the small thing that happened is not a huge deal, and it's like pretty disappointing, and I'm still sad about it, but it's not anything that's like life-changing. But it was just enough to like throw me off. I was so exhausted after the wedding, and Monday morning we woke up, like Saturday was the wedding. Sunday we got together as a big family and helped clean up and spent the day doing, you know, wedding festivities. And then we had some people come over that hadn't seen our house yet, and it was a really good day. But Monday morning we woke up, and all I knew was that I needed to get to Friday. I just needed to get to Friday. If I got to Friday, I knew it would be a weekend and I could relax. And then Tuesday, I'm supposed to go to a concert that I'm very much looking forward to with one of my very best friends from college. And she might be watching, but we have been looking forward to this. Like, I know I was moving back, and so I purposefully bought the tickets here and not in Vegas. And we have been looking forward to this for months. And she had something come up that it's just life. It just happens, but she's not able to go. And she tried to rearrange her conflict to see if she could go. And it didn't work out. And so Thursday morning, she texted me and had to let me know that she couldn't come. And it's totally fine, you guys. Life happens. It's just a concert. It's not a huge deal. But as soon as she texted me and told me, I just started crying. I was just like, I can't handle anything else. And so I'm really sad. Like, we've been looking forward to this, and I know that we're closer to each other now, so we can go do whatever we want, and that's really amazing. But I was just devastated. So Thursday, I held on from crying the whole day. I had a lot of meetings that day, and I took my lunch break. I'll get there in a minute. Anyway, I was trying to figure out things. You know, I've got a list. Do you have a list? I have a list when I'm like feeling down. If you haven't noticed, I have anxiety and depression. I've been talking about it. Come as you are, people. You're welcome here. Relax. Be happy. I hope I make you giggle. But I have a list. And on my list is all of the things that generally cheer me up or make me feel better. It's like my self-care list. When I'm feeling anxious or when I'm feeling depressed. And Thursday, nothing was helping. And so I was like, you want to know what? I have no business casting on a new project. I didn't really want to cast on a new project. I didn't even want to knit. And I was just having a day. And real talk, you guys, I was just like, you want to know what, Kristina, like, why don't you just cast on something new? So I went through my stash, and I was like, I want to do a one skein project. And I picked out a yarn that I purchased on my yarn crawl, which reminds me I need to get the tag out of here. And I wound it up, and I cast on a shawl because I needed something that was really fun and uplifting. And that's this. I thought these were going to be socks. You guys, it is called the Stormy Sky Shawl. I'll link it down below. This is the yarn. Doesn't this one look like, I hope this brightens your day. It's a really lightweight shawl. I thought it would be fun to wear in the spring. Super lightweight, super fun. This is from the Spun Bunny. and it is called Zebra Remix. It is on the Basic Plus Fingering base, which is 75/25 superwash merino nylon, 463 yards, 100 grams. So I'll show you that. Spun Bunny. I'll link all of this information down below. I'm pretty sure she's local to where I'm at, which is why I purchased it. She's got her Facebook, Instagram, and her website on this tag, so that's what I got. And this, I think I'm just gonna do like one repeat a day. It's got four repeats. I didn't really get very far. I also don't know, I think that's the wrong side, how well you can see this. But it's got a garter repeat, it's got a yarn over section, a garter section, and then a drop stitch section. I think this is the drop stitch section. Anyway, one skein project for whatever you want. And I was looking through the project pages on Ravelry, which I think you should too. I don't think that there's a single colorway that this pattern does not work well with. They have solids, color pops, stripes, variegated, speckled, lightly speckled, heavily speckled, like every dye style that you can imagine. There are people that have knit just this really cute one skein project. I think it'd be a really great gift knit. It's lightweight. I really like it. It's been super fun. And so this is my cheer myself up project. So I cast that on. And I don't really care when it's finished because I don't think I'll end up wearing it in the fall. If I even wear it. I have a friend I think that would really, really love this. One of my best friends from high school. I think would really like it. I don't think they watch my podcast, so I'm safe to talk about it. But I was thinking, you know, they always ask me, will you knit me this? Will you knit me that? And I'm selective with who I knit for. But I think that they would really like it. So once it's done, I'm going to see if I really want it and if I don't. Not that if I don't, but I, oops, let me put this back in here. I might gift it to them for their birthday because I love them. And as I said, this is a gratitude, friendship episode. All right, let's see. I showed you my whips. And, okay, so Thursday. The first thing I did to try to cheer myself up was I'm going to pick out a skein of yarn to wind up. And so I did. And then I decided that I was going to call my local yarn store, my local yarn store that's only 15 minutes away. And she wasn't open on Thursday, but on her website, she's like, if you need something, I might be here to like, just give me a call and I can open up for your yarn emergency. So I met her and had a really great time in her store on the yarn crawl. And I've been seeing, she's dyeing new colorways and she's been posting them on her Instagram. And I was like, there's this one I haven't stopped thinking about the whole week. And I was like, you want to know what? I'm about to message her and see if she'll let me come in for my yarn emergency. And she said, I'll be here until noon, come in. So I did, and it was just the two of us. And I broke my yarn diet because I needed to feel better. And this is like super unlike me. Like these are not, I'm not really like an impulse. Maybe that's not true. Sometimes I make impulse purchases, but they're not anything that's just like, I'm very much a planner. So I don't usually impulsively do a lot of stuff. I had ice cream for dinner this day. Cried on the phone to a couple people. Like, it was hard. So anyway, I went out on my lunch break and I bought 2 skeins of yarn. Actually, this one I named and she gave it to me and I wasn't expecting it. This is the one I went in for. She named it My Girl. It is Rags Fiber Arts. I've never used this base before, so I'm interested. It's her Twist and Shout sock. It's 80/20 BFL nylon, 400 yards, 120 grams, 2-ply. It's called My Girl. And this is what it looks like. This is the one she posted on Instagram. And when she was like, I need a name. And I thought about it all day. Because first I was like, I need this. This is really pretty. And then I thought about it. And I was like, this reminds me of that song, My Girl. You know, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Anyway, so I commented that I thought she should name this Sunshine on a Cloudy Day. And so she named it My Girl. And I went in and I was like, you got that yellow and gray one? And she's like, yeah. And she took me to it. She's like, oh, somebody commented the best name. And I was like, that was me. And she was like, oh my gosh. So I had every intention of buying this. And then I was like, I'm going to buy another one. So I looked around and I got this, which is her platinum sock base, 75/25 merino nylon, 4-ply, 100 grams, 464 yards, in Rusty Bucket is the colorway. I really like this. I kind of want to like make a sweater out of this, but it's only one skein, so I don't know what it'll end up being, but I could always go back and like ask her to dye me some more, pick up more, but I think this would be like a really fun, like neutral colored. It's gray. And it's got all these like fun speckly pops in it. So I bought these. I'll link her. She's got an Etsy shop. I'll link her shop down below and check it out because she has, I really like her dye style. She does a lot of different interesting things that I mean, at least in my experience, like I don't see a lot. Like I think a lot of dyers stick to kind of one type of thing that they do really well, and she just is so creative and loves doing a lot of different things. And I think she really just, she goes in and she plays. She really just plays with her yarn when she's dyeing, and she has some really nice things come out. So I'll link her shop, check her out. She's got a lot of interesting bases to choose from, and yeah, so this was my yarn purchase. And I also ordered a hand cream and a candle from Sorella Yarn that I'm waiting to come to me because I was trying really hard to stick to my yarn diet before that, and I was like, I can't buy yarn, but I can buy stuff. And so I bought a candle and a hand cream because I've been dying to try them. Anyway, so My Girl, Rusty Bucket, Rags Fiber Arts, really good. Please leave me a comment if you've used BFL before. I can't remember like what that stands for. I've seen it before, I've heard of it, but I can't remember what it's called, and I don't know like what's the dealio, like what's it good for. It's also got some nylon in here, so that's that. I'm trying to think what else. It looks like I went through everything on my list that I made, so cheers to you, my friends. And send me some coffee. Send me some virtual hugs. I feel like I need to rent a mom. I'm tired. Just like I need a mom for the day, like to come clean up my house a little and like cook me a meal. Because we're tired. But yeah, I think that's all I have. And thank you so much for joining me again. I'm really grateful to have you. Oh no! I forgot. Okay. I have to announce a new giveaway winner. I announced a giveaway winner on, I knew I was forgetting something. I announced a giveaway winner on my last episode, and that person emailed me and said that this is the second time they won a giveaway for the year, and they said that they would prefer if I drew another name. And so they thanked me, and I have to draw another winner. So I'm going to draw another winner, and because I haven't right now. So when I'm editing, I'll put the name down below. Okay? So if your name is here, you're the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Please send me an email and I will get that shipped off to you. That's all I have today, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my chat, my coffee, and my new chair. I'm really glad to have you. Please stick around. I will be back. I hope you will be too. And enjoy the rest of your week. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.